Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me clearly. This is Radhika Chopra. Of course, you're on my Instagram page. You would know that. This evening, I wanted to do something different. We all are really anxious about what we all are going through, especially in India and even in other countries in the world. It's just a very unsettling time. Year 2020 was very difficult for us, and it just seems that a lot of people had hopes about 2021, and somehow they're not being met so far. So there's a lot of anxiety, and also one is wondering when will we get out of the biggest problem that most people have, and that is about this uh, the coronavirus and what's happening. Of course, there are other things happening in the world around us, so coronavirus is not the only thing. Hi Parul, thank you for joining in. I really appreciate it. But today my live video is going to be slightly different. I was talking to one of my closest friend, someone I'm actually have who has influenced my life, as I hope I have influenced hers. She is this wonderful lady called Vijayanti Tejuja. She, in fact, I met her years ago when we did a numerology course together. This is over a decade back, or maybe even more. Yeah, maybe 2 decades ago. I don't even remember. And so she started her journey with many things, including tarot. So she's an expert at it. So while we were talking today, we thought she's sitting in her home, really far away in Bandra, and I'm sitting here in Powai. We both will, do our own individual interpretation of what we see for this coming year. Now, just a little disclaimer, this is not about prediction. This is about guidance, about getting a sense of what we can expect, what are we asked for, and just to kind of get a feeler about the months going like coming up, so that we can navigate through it in the best possible way. So I am going to, without wasting much time, ask Vijayanti to send me a request. So Vijayanti is as challenged as me, or if not more, on Instagram. So I'm going to help her through this. So Vijayanti, on the screen that you see me on, there is a video button at the bottom, and you need to press that, and it will say send request to be on the video. So there you go. There she is. Here joins Mrs. Vijayanti Tejuja. I can't see you yet. Hi,
Hi, Radhika.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
Loud and clear.
loud and clear.
Okay. Okay, so Vijayanti, you must have heard me trying to introduce you,
Yes,
as
thank
well as
you.
what we are planning to do over here. Uh, we wanted to keep this as natural as possible. We have not sat and discussed as to how we're going to go about this reading. So it's really organic. We are just here present in front of you, and we are going to go through right from the month of April to the month of October.
Yeah.
So, Vijayanti, how are we going to do this? That's what my thought was, that I am going to talk about how I am seeing the month of April. Then you speak about the month of April, and that's how we will go about it.
Yes.
So we have just two people on this live, but we might get more people. So that's
Let's
okay.
have
We can
fun.
watch it later. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so my question is not really coming from just the coronavirus and the pandemic, but it's really coming from a general sense of where we are. And of course, there is a lot of anxiety right now, especially in our country, and of course, even globally. Things seem to be not letting up, and just when they let up and we get a little bit of a respite, things blow up again. And I think there is a lot of fatigue that people are feeling uh, with the whole year that we all went through the pandemic, and thinking that this calendar year would change it, but the virus apparently doesn't understand the Georgian calendar. So it's taking its own course, and so that's how it is. Okay, so
the month of April for me, the way I see it, Vijayanti, is that it shows up as a very difficult month in terms of, and the reason why I'm saying difficult is asking us to do the hardest thing. It's asking us to do uh, to um, to really accept what's going on, to sit still. There's a lot of inner restlessness that all of us go through. There are days when we are restlessness is so much, there are days when we are quite accepting of the situation. But what shows up for me is that it's asking for a lot of poise. There's a lot of solitude involved. There is also a sense of loss in the cards that come up for me. That there seems to be people will feel a sense of loss. You might even actually feel, and we're already hearing about it, and it somehow is, what pops up is workers leaving, like migrant workers leaving again. So something like that happening wouldn't be surprising at all. There's also a sense of loss of businesses, which we can already see. For example, in Maharashtra, we already have an ongoing lockdown, which will have its impact on the economic terms. So, and so that is what, on a very general front, is the month of April as I see it. So, could you please tell me what is that came up?
So I love always removing the undercurrent card, and which again actually reiterated this is something that's happening world over,
Right.
and
Can you speak a little louder, Vijayanti? Your voice is not very audible, so maybe the volume.
yeah. Now is it better?
Not really, but if you can just adjust the volume.
Is this better now? One second. One second.
Well, not really, but it's not that we can't hear you, but so I think just let's
Ah,
continue.
yeah. So it's something that's happening world over, and we all are on the same page, experiencing it in different ways because every country has it at a different phase.
Yeah.
And
Vijayanti, can you remove your headphones and talk? Maybe the direct mic would be better because I'm straining to hear you.
is this better?
No, just remove the headphones and go
Yeah.
into the
Now
mouth
is
of
it
the.
better?
No.
Is this better?
Okay. I don't know. Can everyone hear her easily? I don't know if somebody can give me a feedback on that. Okay, so let's go ahead then. We'll just stream. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Better.
it's a very fast moving energy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you don't have the time to think. It's just you just go on. It's a movement. There's a fast movement which is creating a restlessness, right?
Right.
Nobody is able to assimilate or understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's mind is also overworking,
Right.
right? Uh, and so this kind of energy could also make you take actions very irrationally,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the
Right.
best thing is if you can become still and become more of an observer versus
Mm-hmm.
getting caught up in this whole movement of energy,
Right.
because then you will get caught up with everything that's happening, right? And if you really want to be there without getting into this whole restless thing, it's important to step back and be a witness to the whole experience.
So I'm not surprised that I got this card as well, which is the Hermit card of the Sacred India Tarot. Right. So I think I was coming from a place of where what needs to be done, and I think you picked up where we are coming from.
Yes.
So yeah. So that's an interesting thing you just said, because what happens is we all are getting so caught up in the. So I can talk about myself personally. Just been a personal choice. You know me. I've been overly cautious, according to some people, to the point of paranoia. But that's been my comfort zone because, while even the cases went down, for example, people were traveling, they were doing things, and all of us make these personal choices. We all feel justified in making these personal choices, and that's all right. Whatever one does, the point here is that what I've noticed in the last, say, 1 week is that everybody's got into this internal panic where they've gone into the drama. Okay, so there is this whole dramatic thing, and really nothing has really changed in the what we were supposed to do right from March last year to March this April this year. But there seems to be a wavering theatrics and a drama going on that ebbs and it's like a tide goes in and out. So, but Vijayati, what would you say? Like, because the card I also got that in the month of April, uh, with all this outwardly, because I have actually taken on more of an outward experience,
Yes.
would create a sense of, a sense of despondency. And I have had one or two people message me that I'm feeling extremely depressed, which is normal. And I really think we need to acknowledge that that is normal. We don't have to feel upbeat because we are dealing with difficult circumstances. So we are feeling a little low. I think it's important for us to not get dramatic about it. The card you pulled out, right, is that whole
Yes.
drama, that whole restlessness, that whole rashness in our speech, in our movements, in our choices.
In our
Um,
stories about it.
and our stories about it, that needs to be definitely kept in mind, correct? Is
Yes.
We can probably sum up the month of April with these themes playing out.
Yes.
So yeah, that was interesting. So I may have pulled out the next month of May again as an outward experience. Uh, so for the month of May, I somehow feel it's slightly different, and I want to say it felt slightly more positive than negative. However, there seems to be a great balance in this world, and I think that has been the main objective of this crisis. While it is very uncomfortable as for us to go through this, and it's really difficult on a personal front at the human level, I get a card of establishment of the great balance, and I feel that it is something that is going to be set into motion, not necessarily felt tangibly in the month of May. People always feel that when someone says something to them about the possibilities, they feel it's going to happen right now. But energy is a wavelength, and it kind of cascades over a period of time, over a series of small and big events. So for me, the month of May is like a bit of a balancing act. It could also be very well going into some restrictions to at least half the month. A sense of do's and don'ts, which do get highlighted. There is a certain, but at the same time, there seems to be a certain sense of getting a grip on something, and I don't know what that is. So could you elaborate on your card?
So, according to me, the energy is really different from the energy of April.
Mm-hmm.
It's little internal. Like every
Mm-hmm.
action is, it's like you sense it, you try to intuit it, you feel into it, and you want to take. You're looking for a kind of a way through. You're finding it internally instead of
Mm-hmm.
externally.
Mm-hmm.
Something is making you question the whole process. So there's a kind of healing that has started in this month, in the month of May, which will not
Uh-huh.
be evident outside,
Correct.
but it's like a
Mm-hmm.
baby step, the first steps, where it's like you're starting to trust that something is going to start getting better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're looking for it. You are in a way being made to trust that things are going to start to show in a better light. Like, have
Correct.
patience, uh, pause, don't try to rush into anything, go more towards stillness and sense your way through it. You will
Right.
find, like, you're not lost in the dark, you are
Mm-hmm.
finding the light through the dark.
Right.
Yeah.
So I also felt that for the month of May, there's something somehow in my cards that the western region of the world or the western region of the country becomes highlighted in some way is there is a, okay, I'm going to go ahead and say what I intuitively feel. It doesn't matter if it comes out or not. There seems to be some correction and some balance or some adjustment. Correction is the word that fits the best for me when I look at it in the western part of India or in the western part of the world. Okay, so I don't know how exactly it will play out, but this comes through very, very strongly. So I need to say that for whatever it is. So there could be changes of some administrative changes. It could be anything. It could be a change of approach, something that comes about in the month of May, or at least begins or initiates in the month of May. Okay, so there could also be a lot of talk about certain rules, a certain justice done. There could be, certain important, um, you know, something to do with law and order comes to the forefront. So that's something I'm getting very strongly in the month of May. So it'll be interesting to see how it actually plays out.
Wonderful.
So do you want to go with June first, and then I'll go second? You want to do
Oh,
that, or yeah?
no, so June in my cards shows a better energy. It's like uh, starting to build again where people can at least interact. Like you're slowly moving out of the, in a way, what people look at as isolation or being on their own. uh,
Right.
Looking at things getting better,
Mm-hmm.
a solid ground starts to build, foundational energy starts to build towards creating a world where at least now you can start looking at things starting to show up in a better light. It'll show up, it'll be something that will suddenly start to change. Like all
Mm-hmm.
this time it was looking out for something, but
Mm-hmm.
the direction of the whole scenario will start changing for the better, and it'll be just a sudden change. Yeah.
Right. So that's pretty much how I am also looking at it. It's very strong. It's more on the positive side in the month of June. That people are going to feel as if that they've given yet another chance at again beginning. So again, that whole thing of, oh, now we can take a step out again or initiate, or it also, I also feel that by this June, we might feel that there is a greater sense of healing or something new or something better in terms of healing perspective has come about. I'm also wondering, we have to check that whether Jupiter also moves into Sadbhishak by that time because it's in Dhanishta. So May and June. And as many people often say that Jupiter in Sadbhishak would probably give a lot of medical breakthroughs, good healing. Maybe the vaccine distribution would be better, greater. We don't know how it ever comes. However, it happens. We are concerned with the healing of the world, not with our ideas about how it should be done. So it really does show this whole new beginning, this whole new chapter. There's a little hope that's coming in the month of June, even through my reading, and also sense of resourcefulness. And I think people would have, they will get ideas, and that's what happens whenever the world has gone through a crisis, even back in history. It's always pushed humanity to innovate something new, find new ways, change a paradigm of functioning, and always a crisis has shifted the human, society to better breakthroughs or newer breakthroughs, maybe not better but newer breakthroughs, right? So yes, that's also what I got in the month of June. So since you and I both got it strongly, knock on wood, it should happen. Yeah. Okay. July.
Yes, you go.
So okay, I'll go with July. So July seems to be, seems to be a little different. While in June, I feel that people are going for it, like getting out of it, like breaking through. July, interestingly, is more heart centric in my reading. Okay, it seems to be where people will take stock, or rather, sometimes people will even have uh, a realization of what this has gone. Sometimes we all are responding to our environment, but how it's impacted us psychologically, physically, emotionally, is something that will come forth in July, where people will, I feel, will be less angry, perhaps. That's how I feel in this chart, less combative as they are right now. And there is a focus on emotional fulfillment. There is a taking of stock of what is true happiness and true joy, because I think we used to talk about it, not realizing that this is what it would entail. Remember our conversations, and I used to say that the whole world is in this crazy madness. You want to tell them you're on a live video, you can mute yourself and tell them. So, so I think people have gone into this whole madness, right? About the, you can mute yourself, Vijayanti, and then you can converse with whoever is around you. Yeah?
It's okay.
So people have had gone into this madness, this material pursuit, where we were somehow not being able to even grasp ourselves, our inner environment. It's like you were running mindlessly, like a headless chicken. And I think in the month of July, we are going to really, a lot of us are going to really take stock of seeing that what are the true valuable things to our life. What is it that really brings us happiness? What does it really bring? Um, Again, it seems to be an emotional month for some reason. I don't know what would catapult it into an emotional month as well. Um, certain certain women issues may come up, because they come up from time to time. People, get very taken in by certain, movements. So I feel something like that can happen as well. Um, so yeah, that's what I would say right now. So why don't you take on from there?
So, the way I see it, things try to find the balance.
Mm-hmm.
People will start to become aware that they also have to take the responsibility of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, instead of just doing things on a whim or an impulse, people will start to question their actions. Right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
month where everything is made, like you start to see the effect of what you do. So
Right.
you have to take stock of what you're doing and understand that it's going to have its result. It's going to have its outcome. So that's kind of going to make you look into the sense of responsibility of the actions you take. So it's like you pause, you think, and you take the action. So there has to be
Yeah.
a sense of balance to what you do, because also it's a month where people start to get inspired to start looking at things a little more fresher in a newer way.
Mm-hmm.
To find it's like you're trying to come out at a more at a higher level, or you'd say you're trying to transcend it through ideas and taking responsibility and bringing a balance to everything that's been through.
That's really true, because it's so much of water energy I'm feeling in the month of July. That's what I'm picking up. And so, water is also emotions, and emotions need so much of balancing, right?
Yes.
And also, what comes through as one of the key words while I'm looking, and what you have also articulated, is it's a month of reflection.
Yes.
It may feel like a little slow,
Yeah.
where we went gung-ho in the month of June. It may feel like a little slow, but I think it's a very important part that we start looking at our emotional quotient. I start looking at our emotional states of mind and address our inner peace. It's a very fourth house energy that I'm getting in the month of July of astrology, because it's really to do with what really brings you happiness. And for each person, it will be different. But it's also about reflection. It's about inner peace and bliss, because I think that's most valuable to people at the end of the day.
It's all
So,
it's
yeah,
also balancing out the way you relate to things.
correct.
It's
Right.
that kind of a place, like suddenly you're made to realize that you are also the part of the whole thing. It's not something that's happening to you. Something is happening through you, and because it's happening through you, also the way you be with it is also going to show up as how you're influencing what's happening.
Correct. So it's a lot. I feel like there's going to be also certain relationship issues that are going to come
Yes.
about generally as a trend, and this is time of the year. In the month of July, people are going to actually feel that. So yeah, so that was July. So August.
I am
So
surprised with the card that I am seeing for August. For
okay,
me,
tell me.
it's like a breaking down of a lot of systems.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and where it has to be handled very lightly and you have to find your way through it. There is a lot of emotional quotient because there are a lot of there is again a change coming, but it's a change. It's just a change of a lot of systems. It's like a derouting of the old system for a new system to come into place.
So the way I see it is, which is interesting because my words will be different and my interpretation will be different, and I think we are really talking about the same thing, is that this month, from the way I'm seeing it, is also it's a very it's highly creative. So the word creative month comes in. So creation actually comes through destruction, right?
Yeah.
Something gets destroyed and something gets created, and this is an ongoing process of life itself. So I got very, very strong movement cards, but at the same time, very creative cards. But it's going to be in another direction. I feel that things are going to start moving in a different direction, right,
Yes.
than what they have functioned from
Yeah.
before. Uh, Having said that, it's a very it also brings in a little hope financially. I'm now talking about the outward part of it. So perhaps on the financial world and things like that, there would be some movement, some efforts to revive what the aftermath of these 2 years, essentially 1.5, 2 years has been. So there will be a lot of that. There's a lot of shake-up also, as you said. There's a lot of shake-up. There's a lot of newness, all simultaneously happening. It seems like a very interesting month. And I would say that however it plays out in terms of events, it's very important for people to come back and perhaps listen to this video and hold on tight, because even if something is changing, something new and better is coming. I think it's a very good month for sadhaks for some reason. I feel that it's going to be a very, very, and also it's going to be a time which is asking us to shift to constructive or more beautiful, ways of expressing ourselves, or more constructive or creative ways
Yeah.
of expressing ourselves. Because today, most of us express ourselves through words, and usually harsh words, because we're always in combat with each other. So it's a platform where you can sit in the safety of your own house behind a keyboard and fight a war in the world on a keyboard, right? And that's what people are doing, not understanding the repercussions of what they say. And when we say certain words, all certain things or wow, speech, it has certain karmic repercussions. And I think coming of coming around, in this month of August, people. Am I making sense to you? Is it going with what you are also seeing?
Can I come a second? Just a second, please.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you all have heard the video so far, Vijayanti and I are going through the month of April, and we've reached the month of August, and she is giving her interpretations of what she sees, and I'm giving you my interpretation of what I see. So, yes, I pulled out.
Here.
So the card I pulled out for August was the World card. So it really is, but of the, um, you know, it's different from the tarot, the normal tarot card, the one Rider-Waite tarot card. When I say normal, so it really is coming full circle. I think there's going to be a lot of culmination, a lot of things that are unanswered, questioned, even difficult questions that we've had. There's going to be coming together. at some level. There's going to be a lot of revelation of sorts for people, right? Which can feel like destructive, you know, and yet it creates some possibility, something new in the world. Would you say that as well,
So
Vijayanti?
for me, it's kind of what you said, but on a little, it's like where people, because of all of this change, suddenly it's like you hold your boundaries, you hold your ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
you're looking for security in the change, in that chaos. Okay,
Right.
so it's like you're trying to hold on to things so that at least you are sure that you're fine, you're secure where you are. You're looking for the
Mm.
certainty in that whole change, because the change doesn't have the direction yet.
Right.
It's
Right.
still, it's like you can see things changing, you can see, but you're not yet clear where is it all
Actually, isn't it true that we're dealing with so much of the unknown and the unseen aspect of life?
yes.
And that is what a human being, I think, fears the most. The virus is an unknown and unseen aspect, right, of creation. So, right from the virus to what the repercussions of it, this is something that's tormented the human mind for a long time. We've always tried to secure ourselves, know what is the next thing coming. You know, we do well in predictive environments, we do well in predictive relationships. That's why people are always afraid of exploring more and also letting go of sometimes toxic relationships just because they are predictable and known, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, that's definitely,
So
these are
financially
things.
also people are going to hold on to their finance. It's
In
like,
fact, I have a question from someone over here, one of the viewers, who are asking, what are your views on the share market in the month of May end and June? Uh, I, you know, I think there's so many people predicting and great astrologers, so please go look at them. But honestly, with the cards that we are seeing, I think when there are going to be repercussions of what will happen in the month of April and May, it's definitely going to be something that will give uncertainty, a bit of a hit. So I think I don't know much about share markets, Vijayanti, you do. But I think it's going to be very wavering with a lot of downturns and then up and down and up and down. And I think there are going to be downturns as well
see, the
coming up.
market is cyclic, right? You have the bull market and bear market, and that is not, it's not rocket science. Everybody knows now the market is ready for the bear turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the only question is, it's up to where. I mean, how much of the world situation is going to influence the market to fall to which level, right? But people look at market as lose and win, but the intelligent ones know every side you can gain money and find your strength. Which side is your strength, and you can always make money. And there is another other side where you take care of your money,
Right.
right? But we all
Got it.
know where the market is. We are now in the down cycle.
Right.
Right?
Okay, so that should answer. So we finished the month of August. We've come to the month of September.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first or should I go first, Vijayanti?
Yeah, you go.
Okay, so the month of September is surprisingly very different for me. The way I have picked it up, there are certain themes that seem to be playing out through what has come up. Uh, there are going to be parallel events and many events, I feel, that we are all going to be experiencing. Well, there is going to be a lot of conflict because I got a card of great conflicts as well. Yeah, so it seems to be a lot of polarization, a lot of conflict, a lot of misunderstandings. It seems to be between nations, very, very strongly, or within nations. It's a very, very strong card that came up. At the same time, there are going to be turn of events again. I got the Wheel of Fortune in the Rider-Waite, card, and I'm going to let you also elaborate on what you got because you seem to be a little surprised about what I have here.
It's a little different. So,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
mine speaks of where you come to a point, you realize that now you've been through it. Now it's time to get your daily routine back on track. Start to, put out your work there, and slowly build it up. So now at least you can go back to starting to generate money, make things more productive, make things more workable. Because if you see, the last 1.5 years has actually also impacted the working order of things, right?
Right.
So it's like slowly now trying to build that, like bring back the normalcy, bring back the routine.
So I can see that a part of it. I will just add what I also maybe elaborate a little bit on that from my perspective is that the normalcy, the routines, and going back to our life or trying to go back to our life in the best possible way. But I feel that this is a month of great change that is happening, which we will see in the coming years, and I'm talking about maybe a decade more. There seems to be a shift in power in the world at this point. I'm getting that so strongly in the month of September that there is going to be a shift of power. There is going to be a lot of confrontations over some topic or something in this world. I got my Sacred India Tarot card. I'm going to show it to you, and is this card? Okay,
Okay.
it's really the scene of the Mahabharata, I think, is what the scene is. And there is a conflict, there is a war, there is aggression. And I think that's what I said, that this month of September feels like there are going to be many things that are happening. I think on a personal front, we will be trying to get our life back into a routine, uh, trying to grasp everything and form systems that work for us
Yes.
at micro level and macro level. At the same time, I think there are going to be world events which could be disturbing to people, which will also influence us personally. But I think there's going to be a shift of power that is going to happen. This doesn't necessarily mean a war. It's not about predicting wars or anything like that. It just means that I feel that there's going to be a shift of power and a tussle, a highlighted tussle of power at this point in time. So
But
that's
with
what I
no
got.
clarity of the no clarity of the outcome. Like people are waiting to see the results of all of this. There's still
Right.
nothing to go by. There's still that waiting that is there. So
I think, Vijayant, the way, in earlier yugas, battles were fought
yeah,
based on certain key points,
correct.
where it was basically dharma and adharma. In this yuga, I think people are fighting over power. They
Yeah,
are fighting over domination, and there are many ways that people wage war in the world today. They do it through words, they do it through covert action, right? So there is no principle in the battles. We hear that even when battles were fought, wars were fought, by sunset, everybody kept their weapons down and they would actually interact. So they knew there was a time for war, and outside of the war, what happens. But I think in our times, there is a lot of confusion about it. We don't have any sense of boundaries, right? Like, for example, you can have somebody in a workplace who you have a cordial relationship with. Then people get very close and personal. Then those personal dynamics change, and then the work dynamic starts to shift. So I think what we are dealing with in this day and age is a lack of clarity. We don't have the principles in place. We don't have the difference between what is right action and that which is dharmic according to dharma and what is adharmic. We don't understand that clarity. So that creates a lot of confusion, and people are willfully willfully aggressive, willfully angry, willfully um, you know, evil to others because they simply can be so, you know. And most of us are doing it covertly from the safe spaces of our own home, right?
correct.
Uh, and that's not what a warrior does. That's what a coward does, right? A warrior actually goes on to the battlefield, has his war within a particular period of time, and then moves away, right?
Yeah.
So,
And
so
another
yeah,
thing is, if you see, the focus of our times is also material. We don't have
right.
an integrative focus. It's not about that I am at the spirit level, mental level, emotional level, and physical level. It's all about the material, and that's where so many of the things like do not appear balanced, or you do not get the fulfillment or contentment, right? It's always you're searching, looking, finding, because until you don't see it tangibly,
Yes.
it's very funny through this whole crisis. It's like we still haven't got it that it's more important to go inside out of
Right.
what we are looking. It's
Correct.
like align yourself to the principles of the universal working, and your life is going to start aligning to it and start to open up and work for you. Then
True.
it doesn't matter the times or the periods. It's got its own way of going through the experience.
Absolutely. So I think the month of October, why don't you do that first and then we can.
So October brings in a new energy with it.
Mhm.
But with the new energy, there's a whole requirement now to move fast. But there's a huge difference between haste and speed, right? And you can only move fast when you have clarity of what you are looking at and where you want to go, right? So because of the different changes, there will be where people will have to start choosing different things. Okay, and that clarity is very important before anything is done, because otherwise the movement or you're starting something new or beginning on a different thing or on a new fresh level will still be a little directionless. So it's not a time for wishful thinking or imagining things. It's a time to get up, go out, and in action bring in the new beginning for yourself, a fresh beginning for yourself. It's not about haste. It's about be so much in alignment, so much in that space that it starts to move fast for you. Right?
So I got similar. I also got new beginnings. So definitely, October is showing, uh, a certain resolution to a lot of conflicts. Is showing a resolution, as well as a newness, a turn of events that may be dawning slowly in this world. But I also see it as a point, as you said as well, that on a personal level, a lot of us see what happens is it's so natural that when we are in a crisis, we remember we contemplate on the truths of life. We remember God. We value the things that really have value, right? And we tend to start looking for what we need to focus on. The human journey starts to move inwards in a crisis, and I think that's one of the reasons why crises actually happen. But when the good time comes, God is discarded, the self is abandoned very quickly, right? The inner world is forgotten, and the outer world is sought after. And true happiness, or rather true joy, is forsaken for the pursuit of happiness in the worldly matters. And I feel that the month of October is going to again, and that's as much as we would like it. I mean, there are going to be people who will go back into they go back to the old patterns, right? So I think people, and of course, for the worldly matters, it's important. The people are going to start pursuing again the pleasures and joys of life, right? They're going to start seeking. They're going to start moving out again, and I think it might be motivated from the lust of life again. Is a very that Rahu energy that goes out to seek the pleasurable, the beautiful, the illusionary stuff. Um, and we will get very captivated, I feel, by things which are material once again, right? So I think that's also going to happen parallelly while there is going to be a new beginning, a new change that's going to come about. So that is something very strong in the month of October
I
for
think
me.
it's a kind of a demand to this time connect to what actually your energy flows with. To go out
Mm,
and have a new beginning with something that connects with you and bring it out. Instead of
right.
just pursuing something based on the material gain.
Hmm. Right.
Right?
I want to say something here, Vijayanti, that, I think this whole pandemic, this particular crisis has been in the way of a pandemic, right? So it's impacted the human physical aspect the most, our movement, our health, and things like that, right? And I think whenever it impacts a certain part, whenever something like this happens, it impacts, we start valuing that which is it's impacted, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, for example, we're valuing health, baseline health so much that, oh, we already know with the chatter that, if you were in good health, you would have a better chance with it, blah, blah, blah. So we started to find value in the physical aspect, the importance of harmony in the physical aspect.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, people feel that the physical aspect is only about physical, and it's not, right? Our thoughts influence our physical body, our mind, our emotional states influence our physical body. We are also going through a phase in the last, well, not 2 years, but 3 to 4 years. There are a lot of conversation about health, and people are becoming aware. We're going for walks, we are eating right, we're trying this diet, that diet. So we have started to focus on the physical health already, as a precursor before this pandemic started. And we are simply becoming more aware of it. But I think we are going to go through these phases of understanding there is something called we're going to start valuing mental, emotional well being as much as we need to value the physical, you know. And I think we haven't yet come there, is my opinion. I don't think we completely understand the impact of our thoughts. Before we come to thoughts, I think, and mark my words if you may, we are going to understand the value of the importance of the right speech and what that creates, because our speech has an impact, and it has an impact on the world around us. It has an impact on the energetic field, and it has an impact on other people. And what we are doing right now in the last 5 6 years easily is that we are abusing that. We are abusing the freedom on this front. And whenever a human being has abused their freedom callously, nature, Prakriti she's been so kind. She's really given us, a long leash. And then as Shakti is, as Prakriti is, she's as nurturing and she can be as cruel. And then when the noose tightens around us, we don't like it, right?
Correct. Correct.
And so we have to understand that part of nature of Prakriti is that while it is benevolent and we love to be in nature, we say, oh, we love being around trees and beauty. Nature can be equally cruel. And it does not have any personal investment in how you feel about it. It gives you collectively that which you bring to it collectively
Correct.
in nature, right?
Correct.
So what are we doing collectively as people right now? Hi, Natasha. Thank you so much for being here, sweetheart. Please watch my whole video like I watch yours. Okay, so so I think, yes, so that is our reading, Vijayanti. It was a pleasure
Thank
to
you.
do this.
Thank you,
And
Radhika.
I hope
Thank
this
you.
has been helpful for everyone.
Yeah.
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 And thanks for joining. And let's do some things like this on different topics together.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Thank you,
And
Radhika. Thank you,
those
everybody.
who viewed this now and will view this later, or on YouTube as well as Facebook, Instagram, if there's anything you'd like us to talk about, just let us know. We have nothing much to do. We are sitting at home. Ghar pe raho. Yeah. Take care. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.